Okay, our topic for today is all about adding fraction. So, in adding fraction, we need to consider the denominator. So, if we're going to add um, a fraction, dapat the denominator is the same. When I say the same, dapat if this is 4, the second fraction must be 4 din po. Okay? So the denominator must be the same. So in our example number 1, we have 3 over 4 plus 3 over 5. So as you can see, we have two different denominator. So they are not the same to each other. So our goal here, or the first thing that we need to consider here, is to make them similar. Okay, is to make them similar. Dapat po, the denominator must be the same. Okay, paulit-ulit si teacher. So how are we going to do that? Okay, so we need to think of a number that we can divide by 4 and also by 5. Okay, and in um, in finding or in getting the same denominator, okay, you're looking for a number that you can divide both from the denominator, okay, or the common denominator, the least common denominator. Okay, so what do you think will be the number? Okay, so we can divide them by 20, right? Because 20 divided by 4 is divisible, because 20 is divisible by 4, and also 20 is divisible by 5, right? So the LCD of the number is 20. Ma'am, again, bakit nga po 20? Because we need to think a number that we can divide them by the both denominator para hindi na rin kayo mahirapan in choosing or in finding a number that you can divide both from the denominator. You just simply multiply the two denominator. Okay, 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so we will use 20 as our new denominator. Okay, so after finding or after getting the LCD of the number or of the fractions, we need to divide the LCD to the denominator. Okay, 20 divided by 4, the answer is 5. Then the quotient that you get in dividing the LCD to the denominator, you're going to multiply it to the numerator. Okay, again, 20 times divided by 4 is 5. Then 5 times 3 is equal to 15. So you will write 15 here. Okay, and then the same process, 20 divided by 5, the answer is 4. 4 times 3, the answer is 12. Okay, so because we have the same denominator, we can now add the numerator and copy the denominator. Again, in adding fraction, you cannot add the fraction if they don't have the same denominator. So the goal is you need to make the denominator similar to each other. So 15 plus 12, the answer is 27. 20, and then just copy the denominator, which is 20. Okay, you don't need to add the denominator. Okay, so this is now the final answer. Okay, so let's proceed in example number 2. The given for example number 2 is negative 3 over 4 plus negative 1 over 2. Okay, so diba, earlier we just multiply the denominator, both the denominator, for us to find the LCD. So here in example number 2, you don't need to do that because 4 and 2 have a common denominator. I have a common factor. Okay, ma'am, what will be the common factor? So we can divide 4 by 4, and also we can divide 4 by 2, right? So the LCD of the given number 2 is 4. Okay, because we can divide them both by 4. Okay, So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times negative 3, the answer is negative 3. Okay, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Okay, so because we have similar fraction already. They have both the denominator is both 4. Okay, so we can add now the numerator. Negative 3 plus negative 2. We have two like sign, so we can add them and copy the sign. Negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. And then copy the denominator, which is 4. So the answer is negative 5 over 4. Okay, so here in number 3, 2 and 1/2 plus 3 and 1/4. So before adding these numbers or this fraction, you need to simplify first the mixed fraction. You need to make you need to make this as an improper fraction. So by doing that, we just multiply the denominator and the whole number, then add the numerator, just like this. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So 5, then copy the denominator, which is 2. Okay, so again, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So that is 5 over 2. Then plus 3 over 4. Okay, so we have the similar fraction. We have different denominator. So we need them to make similar fraction formula. We need to make them similar to each other. Okay, so again, we have 2 and 4 as our denominator. So the least common denominator of this, or the LCD of this two denominator is 2. Is 4. I'm so sorry. Okay, then again, just like earlier, divide the LCD to the denominator and multiply it to the numerator. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 5 is equal to 10. Okay, so 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. So 10 plus 3 is equal to 13 over 4. So this is now the final answer. Alright? Okay, so now let's proceed to subtracting fraction. Okay, for subtracting fraction, the first given is negative 3 over 4 minus 1/2. Same lang po sa ating addition, but here we need to consider again the SCC rather, same change. Okay, but before that, we need to get the LCD of the numbers. Okay, so we have, what will be the LCD? 4. Okay, because they are both divisible by 4. Okay, so 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. 1 times negative 3, the answer is negative 3. Okay, so this is minus. I'm so sorry. Okay, and then 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Okay, again, SCC, let's change. Negative 3 over 4, same, change, same, and then change the operation into addition, and then change the second given fraction to its opposite fraction, which is negative 2/4. This is positive, then change it to negative, so the answer is negative 2/4. Then after that, Just add the numerator and copy the sign. Negative 3 plus negative 2, the answer is negative 5 over 4. Okay, so negative 5 over 4 is the final answer. Okay, here in number 2, negative 3 over 5 minus negative 1 over 3. Okay, so just like before, you need to get the LCD, 5 and 3. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. Okay, because they are both divisible by 15 and we just multiply that denominator so that we can take any number na lang. Okay, 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Again, SCC, same change. Negative 9 over 5 over 15, same, diba? And then change the operation into addition, and then change the second fraction to addition with a to positive fraction because 5 is negative, so this will become positive 5 over 15. Okay, then negative 5 plus 5, the answer is negative 4. Okay, unlike sign, subtract the number and copy the sign of the bigger number, you can still remember over 15. So, the answer for negative 3 over 5 minus negative 1 over 3 is equal to negative 4 over 15. Okay, so for your activity, you're going to answer this one. Um, in module number 5, the first grading is also in case module na libre tayo. Just answer sign fractions, flexible multiplies, addition, and subtraction. Okay, you can upload or you can write your final answer to your Moodle po. And by the way, you can upload din po your solution po sa Moodle. That's all and thank you, grade 7.